All right.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy January 5th, 2022. Yay, we're
Yeah.
back after a couple of weeks vacation, and it's
What a
great to be
nice
back.
break.
It was a fantastic break. It's great to be back on our live stream. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday and New Year's. I am Radlin Mendoza, and this is my law partner and husband, John Gardner. And we are immigration attorneys at the law firm of Gardner Mendoza, law firm we started
Yeah.
21 years ago. So we are here tonight, as we are almost every Wednesday night, to answer your immigration questions and give you immigration updates, weekly updates. So great to be back.
Yeah, great to be back. We took a couple weeks off through the holiday and New Year's, and it is really great to be back. And hopefully, you all have some questions for us tonight, and we can get to those. I do want to make sure to let everyone know that what we do here is for educational and informational purposes only. It is technically not legal advice, but please bring your questions, and we will try to get them answered for you.
Hello, Miss Lovely. Thank you so much for all of your well wishes. Happy New Year to you, and God bless you too.
Yeah.
Miss Lovely is she comes almost every time, and we appreciate
We
your
do
support.
appreciate it. And I also want to say hi to all of those who are joining us on TikTok. We have two screens going here. One is the Facebook
Hello,
Live,
TikTok fam.
and one is TikTok. So if you see me looking over here and messing with stuff all the time, that's just my dealing with the TikTok questions and trying to scroll through them. And it's the system could be better, only because
No, the system is perfect.
when the questions come up, then they push all the other questions down, and you got to scroll back to find the most recent one.
Yes, yes.
People
Should
that
we
came
pull
in.
that up a little bit? It's kind of down.
Yeah, that's
But maybe it's just the there you
yeah.
go.
It's been so long. It's been 2 weeks. I'm completely out of practice. I almost entirely forgot how to do any of this.
Don't say that. Well, the most important.
Well, the
Forget
tech
about the
stuff.
tech stuff. Forget
No,
about
no,
the
no,
tech stuff.
no. We haven't
The
forgotten.
most important thing is that no, I've forgotten about all the
Yeah,
law
no,
as well.
no.
The most important thing is that we are going to answer your immigration questions. So if you're here on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, go ahead and put your question in the comment, and we can put it up on the screen. Our TikTok friends, you can put your questions right in the comments. But if you want, I would say a little bit better of an experience, come over to our Facebook at Gardner Mendoza Law, and you can type your question in. There's no limits on the characters. Sometimes John has to scroll, but it's fine. Whatever you want to do. But if you want to come and join this live stream, you can type your questions in the comments without any character limitations, and we can put it up on the screen as well to help everyone else who is asking questions and may have the same question. So.
Right. So we do this every Wednesday night from 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock, and we try to bring you updates. If there are immigration updates or other legal updates that we think will be especially beneficial to our community and the community that we serve, both personally and professionally, we bring those updates. And again, any questions that you have, we will get to those. I don't have any immigration updates.
I've got
tonight.
a bunch of immigration updates, but you know what I forgot? You know
Hmm.
what we forgot? We forgot the present reveal. Ray.
Oh, our
can
assistant.
you go get the box?
That's right.
The box downstairs. We forgot the So we.
Yeah, our clients bring us great presents all the time, and I'll let you tell them.
Yeah, yes. Oh well, wait. We have a comment here, and I'm going to put it up because it's a comment. It's a compliment. So Ms. Lovely says you're welcome. Welcome for I thanked her for supporting our Facebook Live. She says she learns a lot from you guys, and the rest of the people here watching, they are very grateful that you guys did this free video session about immigration law. Thank you to all. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for writing that in the comment. That really kind of makes it worth our while to, we want to, we're lawyers, right? We want to be able to make an impact, a positive impact. And we don't want to have to always charge all the time, right?
That's
we
right.
want to be able to help people out and help people in the community. And but no, I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of good general information that we can get out there for sure.
General information. Don't knock anything over Ray. Ray is our assistant here. She's our 10-year-old daughter. She appears in a lot of our videos.
Thank you, Ray, for getting that. I appreciate it. You're a great helper.
Yes. So we were going to do a present reveal, and some people were like, "Don't do a present reveal. What if you don't like it?" We like all presents that our clients give us.
Yeah, our clients bring us a lot of presents, a lot of food, and we thought it'd be kind of fun tonight to just open
See
one
what it is. Yeah.
live. We have no idea what's inside here. Here, love,
It's a big
I'll-
one. We'll both open it.
I'll-
All right. So we,
Oh,
you know,
there
because
you
it's
go.
still Christmas, right? Is it 12 days of
Yeah,
Christmas?
absolutely,
This is so-
absolutely.
So we're not going to say who the present's from because we want to protect client confidentiality. So I'll read this later.
Right.
Um,
Don't
oh,
worry if you're
whoa.
out there. If you're a client, if you give us something, we're not gonna reveal your name.
No, we're not going to reveal your name.
Yeah, this is.
All right. So you got to help me, babe.
Yeah, I will.
It's large.
Yeah, let me.
It's got a fancy. It's from Bonsoir, London. I don't know.
We probably should have cut the tape before
Yeah.
coming on.
We're
Nah,
wasting precious Q&A time. No, but
precious
we've got
broadcast time.
it, Ray. Thank you.
That side's open. You want to flip it around? I'll get the other one.
Oh, we got it. We
This
have
is very
a
exciting.
tight studio here because we have to be very
Yeah.
very much together because of the camera. Okay, so
this is very exciting.
it looks like it could be breakable. All right.
Sometimes we try food on air live. That's also
Sometimes we
fun.
try food. This time we're trying a present, and it's got a lot. Oh,
Wow.
we
Oh,
make
dear.
this is intense. Whatever this is. So this is
Oh,
here. You start working on this.
yeah. This was the risk of doing it live. Is that I didn't know there was going to be something
Packing.
to unpack this intense. I think I know what it is.
So we are very grateful for our clients. We get to serve them. We get to feel like heroes. I mean, we really should be paying our clients, right?
Um,
Okay, that's not really how it works. We have 3 kids to put through college. Yeah, never mind.
that's right.
Um,
Oh wow! Look at this. This
is fancy.
Yes, it is indeed.
Okay, guys.
I think I know what's coming here, and this is going to be lovely.
this is fancy.
If this is what I think it is. This is really, really cool. Yeah, this is part of it.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Look at this.
This
This
is
is
right?
intense. This is an intense present.
Wow, this is not from the. I mean, nothing wrong with
And
the Pepperidge Farm boxes. I love salami as much as the next
we
guy.
love all the Filipino food that everyone brings to us. And this is, so this is looking like it needs to be put together here. Wow. Okay, wait, because I feel like I know what that is. Here, you open this.
Yeah, I
You open
think I
this.
do too.
This is amazing.
Um,
Ray, are you seeing this? This amazingness? Here, I'll
Yeah,
open it
this
over
is-
here, opening to the side.
This is really a risky broadcast.
Are we
time
dropping?
right now. Yeah,
People
we're-
are dropping
we
right now.
probably
You guys,
are losing,
are we
yeah.
losing? No, we're gaining. We're
I
gaining
don't
people.
know. I feel like we're losing.
Let's see. No, we would never lose with a present reveal.
This was a huge broadcast risk that we took, and it could be really fatal to our ratings right now.
Oh, Miss Lovely says hello to your younger pretty daughter. She did amazing job on the alarm clock. That's you, Ray.
Oh, thank you.
No,
Sorry, we
Ray
didn't-
did amazing. Sorry, we didn't know. We already started this. So
We
we
thought this was
must
going to be like a box of like jams or something.
we
you know.
must see it through. We must see it through. Okay, while we are opening, let me just say that there was a restriction on people coming from countries in Africa. That restriction is gone, but the COVID vaccination rules still apply. Ooh, this is here. You work on this. Oh, is this a tiara for me?
No, I'm sensing there's going to be some.
Are we saying?
I think there's
I
going to be
think
scales
this is
of justice going
a
on
scales
here.
of justice
I
situation.
think we're going to
Wow.
have a scales of
This is
justice
amazing. This
situation.
is quite amazing. Never.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever gotten a present like this before.
If you're just joining us, this is a do-it-yourself YouTube channel where we show you how to put things together.
So, if you are just joining us, one of our clients got us this present. It looks like it's from London, and it's very intense. It's very fancy.
Mhm.
This is very cool.
Yeah, we'll put it together later. But anyway, I think it's a
Here,
scales
wait,
of
we'll open this
justice.
and let's just see.
Yeah.
Let's just see.
Either that or it could be a crossbow,
No, be
but
careful, be
I don't
careful.
think it's a crossbow.
This is beautiful to our clients who got this for us. Scales of justice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I
We've
mean-
never gotten anything like this before.
It's really,
We love all of our
intense,
presents.
right?
We get some cool presents, but this one is
So while I
this one is
continue
going to
to
be
work on
this
this
is going to
part,
be up there.
let me just tell, because we've been getting some questions. I get them all the time now. Typically, when we do our broadcast here, we give you updates. And one of the things that I've been updating you on is the immigration legislation that has been stalled, and it is still stalled. As a matter of fact, it's probably more stalled than ever now, because whether parts of it were going to stay in the Build Back Better Act were questionable, the immigration parts to begin with. But now that entire piece of legislation is stalled in the Senate, and it looks like it may be stalled permanently. So if anything changes, I'll let you know. But it looks like right now we're not going to see any big immigration reform coming. Okay. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. You know what we should do? We should actually showcase some of our artwork that we have received from our clients. Because remember, we've got the copper shield from Turkey.
I do, and I apologize. This is entirely covered in packing tape, so
Yes, that's okay.
This
This
call
thing
it
is
here,
a
yeah.
beautiful. It looks like it's going to be the scales of justice, which is really, really cool.
I mean, this is a really, really nice. Y'all can't. This is.
It's
real.
heavy.
It's heavy. This is
And
a very nice.
don't
piece.
anyone ever try to break in here, because
We're
you will
armed.
suffer at the hands of the scales of
That's
justice.
right. That's right.
This thing is so heavy and amazing. So to our clients who gave this to us, you
Thank
are
you so
so
much.
sweet to think about us. And this was one of the COVID cases, right? This is one of the fiance visa COVID cases, and it took a really long time. And
Careful.
even despite all that wait, you guys are blessing us with these beautiful presents, and we really appreciate it. I mean, I was trying to hang my head during the COVID fiance visa wait times, because I didn't want to really see any of my clients because it was just taking so long. Some couples, like they broke up. Some couples went to go live in another country. I mean, so it was a mess. And to these clients, they were very patient, and now they're together and super happy. So happy that they're buying us these wonderful lavish presents, but thank you.
Yeah, that's
Thank you
really,
so much,
really
yeah.
beautiful. Thank you. That's very, very sweet.
All right. Oh, my mom is on. Hi, Mama. How are you doing?
Oh yeah, look at that. Hello.
All right.
And
Let's get a question. So
yeah, we have a first person that jumped onto TikTok, said, "I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you guys for everything."
Oh, that's so
Yep.
sweet.
Thanks, Jasmine. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, and thanks for making that comment. Let me say that I went last week. I was kind of bored. We had some sick folks in the house here over the holiday break. Unfortunately, everybody's totally fine.
Yep.
We're all good, but it was in between serving meals to sick children, and I got on live. I got on TikTok live. And somebody said, Attorney Mendoza, I just swore in to become a U.S. citizen. I was like, oh, congrats. And then a couple of comments later, she said, I watched one of your videos. I had been waiting 10 years to apply for citizenship, and one of your videos convinced me to apply for citizenship. And that just made me so happy, and just made my heart so happy, because it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears with with some of the videos, but I'm just happy it made an impact.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Let's get to the first question then,
Okay, the very first question that we have today,
and I'll pepper in some immigration updates.
is coming from Ambiansag or Cog. I'm not sure how you say that, but it says, my sister's green card expired, and
I keep
she's
pushing the
been
table.
out of the United States for more than 5 years. Is that
Uh-oh.
abandonment? What can we do?
Yeah, that is tough. So, it could possibly be seen as abandonment. Yes, it could be. Did she say the green card is expired?
Yep, green card expired.
Yeah.
Is expired and been out of the U.S. for more than 5
Yeah.
years.
So it really depends on the reason why she has been out, the ties that she has to the United States. if all of her family are here, and if she was out of the US, and she couldn't help be out of the United States. Maybe she had health related issues, maybe she was taking care of someone who was ill, maybe she had a lawsuit that was going against her, and she couldn't leave, she wasn't allowed to leave. So a lot depends on the facts and the circumstances of why she was out of the United States. So all is not necessarily lost. It is tough to get it back after 5 years, but you have to show that you did not abandon that green card. And you show that by highlighting the circumstances of why you were not able to come back into the United States, as well as your strong ties in the United States, and that you still kept things going, right? You still filed your taxes in the United States, even though you were abroad. You still had your bank account. You still kept you had real estate there. You have to show those ties. So if you can do that, there is a possibility. We'd love to talk to you about that.
Right.
There was a case that someone was out of the United States for a long time, like 5+ years, like that, and they found that I believe it was Canada, they found that the applicant did not abandon her green card, even though she was out for that long. She didn't have a job back in Canada. She had strong ties to the United States, and there was a reason. I can't remember. Like, I reviewed that case many years ago, but it is possible that we can show she did not abandon, but it's tough.
Yeah, reach out to us, and we'd love to look into it more for you. And for those of you, just so you know, wherever you are, our office is physically located in Virginia Beach, Virginia, but we have clients all over the country. We have clients all over the world. So you don't need to be physically close to us for us to represent you. We can do everything through Zoom and phone calls and DocuSign and all the wonderful tech tools that are out in the world today.
Right.
And so wherever you are, if you're interested in getting our legal advice on a case or your case, please reach out to us. We'd be really happy to help you.
Yes, and we are able to give you that advice and match the law to your sister's particular set of facts, or anyone's, when you're in a consultation and when you retain us to help you. When we're here talking on the live stream, we are not able to give you legal advice. We're not allowed to give you legal advice because you're not our client. So this is educational information only, but it's a really good question.
Okay. So here's an interesting one. Cindy says, can you petition your dad if he's known on the birth certificate only as, quote, unknown? So I guess on the birth certificate it says dad unknown. It looks like she somehow has figured out who he is and now wants to petition for him.
Yeah, you can petition for your parent. You're going to have to do paternity. That's not something that you're going to do a DNA test. Most likely, that's something that USCIS will most likely request in your case. And you do have to show that you had a relationship with your father growing up and prior to turning the age of 18. So it is still possible, even though parent is listed as unknown. Maybe he's listed on your baptismal certificate. Maybe he is on your school records, medical records. So those are some other secondary pieces of evidence to show that. But most likely, the USCIS will request a paternity test, a DNA test. Yeah. All right.
Okay, Cindy, hope that helps.
Okay, before you get on to the next question, I want to just bring up this really important update. And guys, please share this if you know anyone out there who this may apply to. USCIS just stated that healthcare workers with a pending EAD, which is a work authorization document application, if you have a pending EAD renewal application, if it's pending or it has already expired, this is the form I-765. You can request that to be expedited if you are a healthcare worker. So this just was announced on December 28th. And of course, we haven't been here for a couple of weeks. So this is a really, really fantastic update, especially for people in healthcare. Now, when I say healthcare, I don't want you to think, oh yeah, you have to be a nurse or you have to be a doctor or you have to be, a physical therapist. It can be if you work in the food service of a healthcare, of a hospital, if you work in transportation, if you work in administration. So it is extremely, extremely broad. So, guys, if this may be able to help someone that you know, please share this information. Those who have pending EADs or they've already expired, you can request that your EAD be expedited if you work in the healthcare industry, and it's very broad. So that is fantastic, fantastic news and update. All right. What do we have? What do we have? We're quiet here on the live stream, Facebook.
All right. Well, we have some questions coming through TikTok. So the next question that's up here is, let's see.
We're going to need the bifocals soon.
I know. Sorry, this what I was talking about earlier. I had a question here, and then somebody else pushed them all down. Let's see here. Okay, so somebody on TikTok here wants to know what exactly is the I-130.
The I-130 petition, that is the petition for alien relative. Okay, so a U.S. citizen can file an I-130 petition for the following family members. And the petition is meant to start off the process in order for your family members to immigrate to the United States as lawful permanent residents of the United States. So U.S. citizens can petition for their spouses, all of their children, whether they're married or unmarried, over 21, under 21, their parents, and their siblings. Lawful permanent residents can also use the I-130 petition to petition for their spouses and unmarried children over and under 21 years of age. So those are the categories that family members can petition. Now, I was surprised to know that not every lawful permanent resident knew that they were eligible to petition for their spouse or their unmarried children. They didn't know that. Some lawful permanents did not know that. Sometimes people call our office and they don't know that. So if you're a lawful permanent resident, you have a spouse, you have unmarried child, and you want to petition for them, then you can do that. Hopefully that answers the question. I have a question here from Sally.
Make an adjustment here.
Would a humanitarian visa be approved for a petitioned relative to see her dying mother? The petitioner. So if this is you, Sally, I'm so sorry to hear that you might be going through this. Possibly, but not necessarily. It doesn't hurt to try, though. It does not hurt to try. It sounds like maybe you or someone in your family is the beneficiary of an I-130 petition filed by their mom, and you want to know, can I come and see my mom? It's possible that they would allow you to do that. But my understanding, we don't handle too many humanitarian visa requests anymore. We used to before, but if the process is still the same, you would apply for a B1, B2, and kind of state your case there first. And if it was denied, then you would then request humanitarian parole. So that's a possibility, but it doesn't hurt to try. Good luck with that. One thing that I would recommend is if someone in your family on this side in the U.S. can, reach out to congressional liaison and get their assistance in, applying for that tourist visa or the humanitarian, and hopefully that will. Yeah. So the daughter was denied. So yeah, that it's tough. I mean, it's tough to get a tourist visa. And even when you have these terrible circumstances, they don't care a lot of the time. So you should definitely try. And I would ask for congressional assistance with that as well. Send us a message through Messenger, Sally, and I will have Jackie from our office reach out. Jackie worked for 2 congressmen for a total of 8 years, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And she is doing for them. She's doing for us what she did for them. So she knows exactly how to guide you through that. And she will send you the information on how to request that. It may or may not help. But it's, again, everything's worth a try. If you don't ask, then the answer is always going to be no. I learned that from my mom. She's hopefully watching. And
Yep.
my dad as well. So just ask, and the worst that they can say is no.
All right. So we have another question here, similar to the one a little bit ago. This person is concerned that their mother's green card expired, and she's been in the Philippines for more than 2 years. This isn't 5
Yeah.
or 2.
Yeah.
How about that one?
So again, I'm going to just say that it really depends on why she's there. I mean, we've had COVID for 2 years. She may be eligible to do an SB1 returning resident. It's possible. So don't give up hope on that. I would reach out to our office, Dominique Sampson, Attorney Sampson. He has been helping some of our clients with the SB1 application. So please reach out to us. You want to give our contact information?
Yes, you can reach us at 757-464-9224, or you can reach out to us through our Facebook page as well. All right.
Yep. And you can also email us
I'm sorry.
email at info@gmlaw.net, info@gmlaw.net. And Maggie Riva, she says that she's interested in making an appointment for my husband. Again, Ms. Rivas, reach out to us. Give us a call, 757-464-9224.
And she just followed up with, are you located in Virginia Beach? Yes, we are. Our office is at 909 First Colonial Road, which is in the Hilltop area of Virginia Beach,
right,
if you're familiar with that.
Yep. And we'll be happy to help you and set that appointment up for you.
All right.
For sure.
The 5-year green card expired. She said, thank you for the information. You're very welcome.
You're very welcome. I hope that helps. And those expired green cards and where people are abroad, that comes up pretty routinely, and especially now. So with the mom that only has been out for 2 years, again, that's 2 years of COVID. You gotta go for it. You gotta try for it,
Okay.
All right, Chet, let me grab this question here. Chet says, the NVC has had my approved K1 from the USCIS in September of 2020 and have not received any instructions to send documentation or any fees. That's a long time. So it's all done through, that's interesting. So it sounds like you don't have an invoice number or anything like that. Everything is done through email, Chet. I'm sure you know that. I would try to reach out to them, because that's a little bit long. I mean, typically once USCIS sends over that approved petition, then the NVC, it usually takes a couple of months, but not this long. September of 2020 will then send you an email with instructions on how to log in, create an account, log in, complete the DS 160, pay the visa fee. Reach out to us if you need some help with that. Chet, you do have a invoice number. That should be that shouldn't be that difficult to figure out, because if you do have an invoice number, you should be able to get into that, log into that. And so are you talking about, so he says they told me they're waiting for the embassy to request. Are you talking about an interview, or are you talking about actually the DS 160, completing that, paying the fees? That's the question. I mean, if you're waiting on an interview, then unfortunately, that is kind of a long wait, but that's kind of what's happening right now. Our clients waited for quite some time before the clients who got us the scales of justice waited quite some time before they got an interview.
For those of you joining us late, this was a gift that we opened live here from one of our clients.
From London.
From London. It's a beautiful, very, very heavy scales of justice. Oh, my shoulder.
All right. So Chet, if you need some help with that, reach out to us. We're always happy to help move things along if we were able to do that.
And Valon here, I see, was going to be up next on TikTok and jumped over to the Facebook page.
Okay, yeah. Valon,
I saw your question on TikTok, and I was actually going to be one of the next ones up.
Blonde, cute kids. How long does it take for 601A to get approved or denied? Not denied. Be positive. It's going to get approved. How long is it going to take for 601A to get approved or denied? It's taking a bit. I mean, it's taking over, close to a year. So our recommendation with all of these filings, guys, is to file. Just to file. Now, the 601A takes some work to put together. And you have to have good documentation and good evidence, and you want it to be as strong as possible. And we have the 601A queen at our office, Sarah Lawler. She is managing attorney at our office, and I think she has a
Don't say it.
She
We-
doesn't. She does a great job.
We don't want to jinx it.
Okay, we don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
We don't want to jinx it. Number one, her streak, and number two, we're not allowed to even talk about.
That's right. We're not even allowed to.
We're not even allowed to say what the streak is. But Sarah's awesome on 601A waivers. She is the waiver queen, and but we cannot guarantee results. We are allowed to say how awesome she is and how great she is, but we can't. We have to say we cannot guarantee results.
We can't guarantee
All cases
results.
are different.
Right.
All right. So anyway,
her streak is the same as our SIJS streak.
Who is our streak? Yeah, SIJS. Nice.
Mhm.
Good job, honey. That's you.
Can't jinx that either, though.
Can't jinx that. All right.
Okay, so real quick, Partel 13 here asked a couple of questions, and he says, "What's the new update on asylum cases?" And Partel 13, if you're talking, I'm not sure from the question if you're specifically talking about people seeking asylum, as a legal definition, asylum. That's a little bit different. And my understanding, just looking at that a couple of days ago, is that the Biden administration is restarting the Remain in Mexico program that was in existence under the Trump administration. The Biden administration had shut it down as one of its very early moves, but then it went through the court system, and a federal judge said that they had violated the Administrative Procedures Act in doing so. And so now they're going to be forced basically to restart it until the case can continue its way through the courts. If you're talking in a more broad sense, if you're using asylum broadly to mean people that are just trying to, seek lawful status somehow in the U.S., and you're talking about the broader legislation, I touched on that earlier, that is currently just stalled out in the Senate. And I told everyone that I will just keep watching that. And if I get any updates, I suspect that what will happen now, especially, what's going to happen now, we're going to come into an election season. All right. In the next couple of months, everybody's going to be gearing up for the 2022 elections, which means no senator who's up for re-election and no congressperson who's up for re-election or running for election is going to want to take a hard vote on anything that they consider risky. So I suspect that not much will happen with it, except that they may try to break it apart, which is something that was always an option. And it may be the ultimate end game is to just try to break it apart, take little pieces out of it. The problem with that is that it's still a divided Senate, and you can use reconciliation for spending bills to bypass the filibuster in the Senate, but you only get to do it twice in a year. So, and they've already used it once. So they can't they can't break the Build Back Better program into like 15 separate pieces of legislation and send each of them through reconciliation. They can't do that. That's why they bundled the whole thing in the first place. So I'll keep you posted if something that touches on immigration. There's a lot of stuff in there that has nothing to do with immigration. As a matter of fact, the immigration part is a pretty small piece that was kind of strapped onto it. So if I have any information, I'll let you know. Okay.
Thanks for the love, guys. Thanks for the hearts.
Yeah, a lot of hearts coming through here.
Hello, all right.
Hello,
so
hi.
Chet says he's waiting for all of it. I was told I would get a 16-digit number login, but they don't have it. They're no longer doing that. So yeah, Chet, if you don't mind, reach out to us. That's just strange to me that you would be waiting that long to get any kind of movement, paying your fees and getting the DS-160 file. That's really unfortunate. But reach out and we might be able to help with that.
All right, here's a question, and on TikTok, and the question and the person asking the question go together. This made me chuckle. I like things that just make me laugh. So, birds are government drones wants to know, Do you need a lawyer to request a Freedom of Information Act?
No, you don't.
Okay, so
Don't need a lawyer. You don't need a lawyer for. I was sending an email today, and I was saying that you don't need a lawyer, an immigration lawyer, to assist with any of these processes. And I said that there are generally two types of people that hire us to help them with their case. One is they think that they can do it, but they just don't want to deal with the headache, and they don't have the time to do it. They don't care to do it. They're not, if I were doing, if I had an immigration case and I was not an attorney, I would probably try to do it on my own just because I'm like that. Like I want to try it first. So we have those types of people who they want to try it, but maybe something went wrong, or they just like, oh no, this is too much, and they hire us to do it. And then the other group of people generally are people who just don't even know where to start. So most of the people fall into the first category. I think maybe it's 50-50. But no, you don't need an attorney to do a Freedom of Information Act request or any of these processes.
Yeah, but thanks for the question. Birds are government drones, and I'm gonna be paranoid every time I see birds flying around.
Here, let me get Gail's question, because she's asked this question a couple of times. Gail, hello again on Facebook. Thanks for joining us here and there and here. Hi, what would be the cause for the submit button not to work? We've tried a couple of weeks, but still not working. I would try a different browser, if that makes sense, to see if that changes things a little bit. A couple of weeks I spoke with our attorneys, and that's a little strange that it's taking that long, unless we haven't had that issue. So try a different browser, perhaps. I'm not even going to tell you to hit the refresh button. I know you've done that. I know you've hit the refresh button, but try that and see if that works. If not, I would try and reach out to NVC, but again, good luck with that. They are also very difficult to get in touch with. All right.
And Chet, thanks for the clarification, but we figured it wasn't a motorcycle number. We were on to that.
All right. All right. So Sally has a follow-up question regarding the friend who has a mom who is dying, and mom is the petitioner. Could the pending petition on her daughter be reinstated? How long would that process take? So Sally, if mom passes away, then there is the humanitarian reinstatement availability if the I-130 petition is already approved. So that's the first thing that I ask with humanitarian reinstatement cases, if it's possible, but the I-130 petition has to be approved first. The process can take a long time. It can take, first of all, the visa availability is still a time constraint, right? Like you have to, if the visa is not available, you first have to wait until the visa is available. But while you're waiting for that visa to become available with humanitarian reinstatement, you make the humanitarian reinstatement request to the service center, the USCIS office that accepted the I-130 petition case in the first place. And unfortunately, because humanitarian reinstatement, when you file a humanitarian reinstatement, there is no receipt. You don't get a receipt back. So we often have to file humanitarian reinstatement requests multiple times. The same thing, same package, again, same signatures, because they get lost. They don't know what to do with them. And it's a real big problem. So it takes a while to get humanitarian reinstatement, even just accepted sometimes. So it can take years to get it done, like a couple of years. So that's not the best news, but if that I-130 petition is approved, and it is, that's awesome, then yes, humanitarian reinstatement is available.
All right, here's a question. Jazzle6 wants to know, hi, I'm a U.S. citizen. My sister has TPS. Can I apply for her to become a U.S. citizen?
So sis has TPS, and you want to apply for your sister, you can petition for your sister if you meet the requirements. But depending on the law at the time that the visa becomes available, she may not be able to adjust status, and she may have to do consular processing, but then be subject to the 10-year bar, then require a waiver, but she has to have a qualifying relative for a waiver. So there's a lot going on here.
And none of that would be a jump directly. You said
Yeah.
citizen.
Right.
If you're talking about loosely becoming
a permanent resident,
resident,
right.
then that's what she's talking about.
Yes, right. To
None of this would go right all the way to citizenship.
Right,
That would be
exactly.
a separate process.
And so the short answer is yes, you can file for your sister. Okay. If you guys meet the eligibility requirements for that. The second part of that answer, though, is that number one, well, this is actually goes to the first part. Just keeping in mind that a sibling petition takes a really long time, 16 years or whatever. 16 years, 22 years Mexico, 19 years Philippines. It takes a long time. Hopefully those times get shortened as time goes on. But as I've seen it, as we've seen it, it just has gotten longer, not shorter. So file the petition. Like, by all means, file that I-130 petition for your sister, for sure. And then once the visa becomes available, then we'd have to determine what we can do at that point in time, which is going to be 16, 17 years from now, with regard to getting her the green card, if she can do adjustment of status or whether she can do consular processing. I have no idea what immigration laws are going to be in place. Hopefully they pass something for your sister so she doesn't even have to go through this and wait all this time. But, we've been doing this for a really long time. We've had a couple of pieces of legislation while we've been practicing law for 22 years. Yeah. We've had 245I, the Life Act. We've had DACA, which DACA is not permanent, unfortunately. We've had various TPS, humanitarian remedies. We haven't had tons.
No, not as
Look,
many.
I just named all three of them or four.
There's
there's
been a lot of prospects that always fizzled out.
But you don't know what's going to happen. So file the I-130 petition. We can help with that.
Plus, Radlin just said something when she said just file it, and then that reminded me of something that we tell our people watching every single week, and that is to not delay. If you are doing any of these cases and it's a viable case, even if it's going to take a really long time or what seems to be a really long time, remember, the sooner you file something, the sooner that it will get approved. I mean, you need to get in the line. All right. I remember celebrating, because it's a new year, 2022. I can remember New Year's Eve, 1999.
Oh, that was celebrating a fun party
at Radlin's parents' house. And I can tell you, in 1999, celebrating in her parents' house, 2022 seemed like forever. That seemed like an impossible date in the future. Okay.
Oh my God.
And here we are. It's now 2022. So if I had said in 1999, I'm not going to file this thing, it's going to be forever. It's going to be like 20 years before ever. I'd be kicking myself right now thinking, why didn't I just file it in 1999? It'd be getting approved right now.
Yes.
So however long you think it's going to take, get in the queue. That's in honor of the British.
The scales of justice, guys. Look at how beautiful this is. A present from one of our clients. We just opened it on air. I mean, look at this gorgeous. Our house is not nice enough for this thing.
And that's why I use the word queue instead of the word line, because
get in the queue, get in the line, whatever you want to call it. But yes, and to that, I just want to piggyback on that, because this is our theme. Like, if we don't say this every single time that we're on our live stream, then we have failed you guys. We have failed you guys. We have failed you guys. Right. But
and Malou. Hi, Malou. Let's have tequila. Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. Like, maybe after this maybe in 13 minutes. But so I had a phone call with an old client, and she needs some help with her son. And like, so we're talking, and I remember her case very, very well, because it was, all of the cases are kind of interesting. But I say, so I don't remember, when did we work on your case? And she said, oh, attorney, it was in 2003. I was like, no, it was not in 2003. She said, yes, you You were pregnant with your first child. Our oldest daughter is 18 now,
Yep,
right?
she's
So it
in
was
college.
almost 20 years ago, 19 years ago. And I couldn't believe it. She's talking about her son being like in his 30s. He's like 10, 12 years old I mean, I could not believe it. It's been 20 years and it just went by like that. And that is exactly how your sibling petition is going to go. That's exactly how your petition for your married children going to go if you're a U.S. citizen. Yes, it takes a really long time, but you've got to file it. You've got to get it in. My cousin's on here. My cousin knows about the sibling that got left behind. She could have been here 3 times over already. She's already in her 80s. Anyhow.
Before you jump to that, can I get one quick one? Because it's been here for a while.
Yes.
And she joined very early on. She said she's got a petition a 19-year-old daughter in 2019 and no updates yet for the green card petition. And I guess she's just asking if you have an opinion about that.
2019 filed an I-130 petition
for her 19-year-old daughter.
Yeah. So my opinion is it's taking a really long time, and to try not to worry about it. I mean, it's not even worry. It's more of like our clients are like, what in the heck is going on? Like, did they forget about us? Are they still working on the case? It does take that long. If you look at your I-130 petition and you tell me where that service center, just message me where your service center. I will look up the processing time and tell me whether you're a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident. We'll look up the processing times for you. And sometimes it's just good to know. But if you want to do it yourself, guys, if you're out there and you have a petition, right, and you don't know how long it's going to take, it's just like, wow, why is this taking forever? Basically, you just Google USCIS processing times. You put in the I-130 petition, you put in the service center where it is, and then it'll spit out the many, many months or years that it's taking for them to adjudicate that petition. All right. Then you have to take a look at, the visa bulletin, where your daughter falls on the visa bulletin, you're a lawful permanent resident, a U.S. citizen. If you're a permanent, they're both current right now. But you gotta look at that. Well, as a U.S. citizen, that's not on the visa bulletin, but U.S. citizen, the lawful permanent resident, under 21 child, that's current. So, but check the processing times. If you need help with that, just shoot me a message through Messenger, and I will check that for you. But it's not unusual.
I hope that helps.
Take
her up on the offer. Okay?
My 5-minute answer to
look,
could have been 30 seconds.
And my mom is here. Hi, Mama.
Oh, hello, Mom. How's it going? Mom number 2. Well, we'll just do Mom 1 and 2. Yes, both moms are on here.
Yeah, I had a really nice. Radlin surprised me and got me a plane ticket to fly up to Ohio to visit my mother a couple days after Christmas. That was really, really sweet. I enjoyed that, Mama. Yes, and I'm sorry that the rest of us missed you. Some of us were sick here, guys, but we're all good. We're all good. My cousin, hello, my cousin. She wants to know when the 50th birthday party is going to be again. The 50th birthday party is getting postponed due to Omicron. What is the theme? The theme is I'm 50. It's getting postponed. Why do you need a theme for 50th birthday party? Like she wants to she wants a color theme. I don't know, pink and purple. You guys tell me what the color theme should be. That's going to be in this. My birthday party is going to be in the springtime, so my mom can come to the birthday party. Okay. Did you want to get that one, or I got another short one here. You touched on this earlier. Okay. Roan 027. Can I petition a fiance even though I'm not a citizen? No. You just talked about this. You must be a U.S. citizen in order to file a fiance visa petition. All right. So if you're a lawful permanent resident and you have some time before you can become a U.S. citizen, then you guys need to get married and file that I-130, that petition for your spouse, and we can help you. Yep. All right. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Yes. Okay. See, I'm trying to be fast. When the time gets cut short, we don't speak as much. All right. If you need if you want more clarification on that, make an appointment with us. We'd be happy to go over it with you. All right. Okay, let's see here. I have this question here from Gail. Another question. My sister went to the Philippines last February 2020 and had a plane ticket going back here in the United States of April 2020 to give birth. But the COVID lockdown, the Philippines started, she gave birth there. She's there now.
until now and the baby. Is there a possibility of going back here since she's only a green card holder? Yes, there is a possibility. We discussed this a little bit. But yeah, there is a possibility for her to come back here. I don't know with regard to the baby. I don't know if dad is a citizen or your sister should, if mom or dad are both lawful permanent residents, then your sister should file the I-130 petition. I would file an I-130. Okay, I'm not going to give any legal advice. Never mind. Sorry, I can't tell you that. But yes, Gail, there is a possibility. Yeah, I got it. There is a possibility that she could come back. All right. Yeah, got that. I'm good with that.
Yeah, let's see. How long does it take to get DQ at NVC nowadays?
DQ means, guys, for you out there, and you know what? I just learned what DQ means.
Dairy Queen?
No, it's not Dairy Queen.
I've known my whole life. It's vanilla.
It's a hard 2 words to say, but it's documentarily qualified.
Documentarily.
DQ, yeah.
Okay.
I probably learned what that meant. I don't know. People use DQ, and we've never said DQ. We've never, because it hasn't been an issue really. But how long does it take? It depends on the U.S. embassy. It depends on which embassy you're talking about. If we're talking about the Philippines, it's taking a long time to get an interview. So what was the question? Sorry.
How long does it take to get DQ at NVC?
Okay. How long does it take to get documentary qualified? It takes like 4 months.
All right, 4 months.
Yeah. So takes 4 months after you submit every single thing they want, and you submit your affidavit of support perfectly. And even if you submit it perfectly, then they'll say, hey, you're missing this, and you got to go submit it again. So these are even things that we experience as attorneys when we're submitting things and they say this is wrong, and we're just like, it's not wrong, because we have a big ego. I'm like, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. But you just have to submit it again. If they ask for it, just submit it. That's it. Period.
And Mom, if you're still watching, now we know DQ. See, we were thinking it's vanilla
Dairy
ice cream.
Queen. Yeah.
Dipped in the butterscotch. That was the best one.
This is the lingo. This is the lingo. Documentarily qualified. Okay, Chet wants to know, what is the best way to contact you, Chet? It is probably calling us, 757-464-9224. You can call or text us at that number.
Can you put that up there? Our contact
We have
info?
some great people that can help you get an appointment set and definitely help you with that issue. All right.
All right, let's see here. So how about this? How long will it take to approve humanitarian reinstatement? Petitioner died with the approved petitions.
Yeah. So I answered this a little bit earlier. It's really hard to say how long it's going to take to get that approved. It's tough because they don't have a mechanism to track it. And if you Google humanitarian reinstatement, you can see all the problems and the issues with it. But you just have to be relentless in submitting it and inquiring about it and getting help with it, because it just takes just a lot of going after them and getting them to accept that. So I've had humanitarian reinstatement take years to get accepted and then processed. So
how about for an EAD renewal? How long?
Are you in healthcare? I'm going to say 6+ months on the EAD renewal.
All right.
All right. So
that was for Pogi. 6
hello,
months plus
Pogi.
Unless you're in healthcare.
You know what Pogi means, right? In Tagalog, it means handsome. All right, Valon, this is just an update. He says I-130 was approved within 4 months. I just want to say that's awesome. Where did it go? Did it go to Nebraska? Which service center? I want to know. They're hoping the 601A will be fast. I hope so too. That's great. All right, we do have time for a couple of questions. Let me look at my notes here.
Yeah, we're just...
Okay, I do have another update. Remember, guys, if you're in healthcare and you need your EAD expedited, you can do that now. you need an employment letter. And that's very broad: healthcare, working in healthcare, security, food, transportation. Hopefully this will help a lot of people. If you're doing adjustment of status here in the United States, USCIS has temporarily suspended the requirement that the medical be filed within 60 days after getting the medical. So that has been waived through 9/30/2022. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. You don't need to worry about it. And then also you have additional time to answer your things like your requests for evidence, your notice of intent to deny, and notice of intent to terminate. If you received your RFE or similar in between, let's see, what are the in between dates? Up until, let's see here, hold on a second. Basically, you have an additional 60 days on top of the date that USCIS gives you. I'm trying to find the in between dates here. So, okay, yeah. If you received a decision between March 1st and 2020 and March 26th of 2022, then you are going to have an additional 60 calendar days to respond to that request for evidence or the NOID or the NOIT. That's because of COVID. So that's hugely helpful. So you are going to have a deadline, like this RFE is due on X date, but from that date, you can tack on an additional 60 days. Make sure you use a date calculator and not mess the date up and still get it in late. Okay.
Mhm.
Do we have another question? Those
We
are all
do.
of my immigration updates. Those are really, really important updates, guys. So please pass it on, share.
Yeah, it was
yes,
Nebraska. It was
Nebraska. Go Nebraska.
Gotta love the Cornhuskers. Okay. Diane wants to know, do I need to bring all the documents that I sent into USCIS or just the documents required from the interview notice?
Sorry, I was reading the comment. I was not listening to the question.
Do I need to bring all the documents I sent in the USCIS or just the documents required in the interview notice?
So there are a lot of documents that are on that interview notice that, yeah, you should bring all of those documents. They're not, a lot of those documents that they're requesting have already been submitted with your package, right? Your adjustment of status package or whatever. Hold on a second. Our alarm clock is standing right here. So I would bring your every single thing that you submitted.
That was going to be my advice.
Yeah,
too.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
What's going on there?
I don't
Is that
know.
disco?
Jenny Love just sent us a lot of love. Thank you, Jenny.
Thanks. That was awesome.
That was cool.
But yeah, I would bring everything. And just try to have it organized. I mean, the reality is the immigration officer has everything that he or she needs to adjudicate your case. Other than like if it's a bona fide marriage case, or a marriage case, then the bona fide marriage document. So if they didn't have it, then they would have RFE'd for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but definitely bring it. Sometimes it's not in the officer's file. I mean, sometimes it's not. Like,
yeah, you can
happens.
prioritize. I mean, when I was still doing criminal trial work, I would take all
3 days ago.
But
anyway, right. sorry. Go ahead.
The documents that I knew were going to be the most important things that were going to be really central to the case were at counsel table. And then behind counsel table in my briefcase were all the other documents that I didn't want to have, confusing me and creating chaos at counsel table. But there, if I did need to go look for them, I could take a recess and try to find them. So you may want to prioritize the things that they specifically are asking that you have, and then have all the other things in some other backup folder. All right.
All right. And that is a wrap, ladies and gents.
We're getting the timekeeper is
here.
The
timekeeper is here. Ray, why do you come on the live stream?
To tell everybody that it's the 9 o'clock. Well, it's 9:02 now.
And Facebook Live and live stream and TikTok. It has been so much fun. It's done for today, but we will be back next week, won't we?
Yes,
we don't have any more vacation coming up.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us, and thanks for
That
all
was
the great
awesome.
questions. There were a few more left on TikTok. I apologize.
Come back next
Uh,
Wednesday or put them in the comments and I can answer them. But Valan, and if I'm not pronouncing your name, he says since it was approved, the I-130 was approved within 4 months. Does that mean the 601A will too? Not necessarily, unfortunately. It could take longer, but we hope the best. Hopefully, hopefully when it gets approved in that short amount of time.
All right, gang. We will see you here
All
next
right,
Wednesday.
2 thumbs up. Happy
Two
New Year,
thumbs up.
guys.
Happy New Year to all of you,
thumbs up.
and we'll see you next week. All right.
All
for your
right, bye,
questions.
guys.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye, guys.